Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic morning. Good day. The breakout came true. I was happy. I was happy it came true. I hate putting my word on the line and say, "Hey, I think it's gonna go up," and it doesn't. All right. So wait for some more people to pop in here. I should go tell the other stream right now I am live. I always forget to do that last part here. Let's see if I can pull this down here. And I have this other stream. And hey everyone, I am live. And then I will go over here, open up a new tab. I should, oh, my lighter. There we go. Copy link. There we go. Perfect. There we go, there we go, there we go. And now we can get started. Let me just make sure I'm popped up right there. Hey DZE, hey E Trev, and hey Steve. Hey Mike, why didn't you tell us about Car yesterday? Oh, what happened to Car? I've been pretty swamped. I have not had much time for anything. I haven't even been able to do my options video yet. Oh snap, look at that. Avis budget. What the hell happened with this thing? That must have been some earnings report. My God. Look at that. Avis Budget Group. I don't know what they do, but man, that is a big move right there. It's dying back down now, but whoosh. This does give you some opportunities here, but I'm betting all the options at this point are kind of overinflated right there. That is, whoosh, that is a big move right there. Let me push this back here. This is Ethereum right now. Bitcoin did break out, so that was nice to see. I had a feeling I wanted to break out, but you never know with whales, so I'm happy we popped off a little bit more. And it went up more than I thought. I thought it was going to go up to 63,000. It went up to 64,000. That's another plus right there. Let's see. Hey, Sudhen Shu. Sorry, show. Hey, not much, guys. It's been a pretty busy morning for me. Like I said, there's a blog that I've been doing. Playing with my dog and whatnot. I just got him some food, and he's gonna we're gonna go out and get him more lunch today, or another thing of food. Hey Junior, let's see. Hey Hunk Farlow. Oh yeah, guys, if you guys can, please consider giving the stream some likes. So I'm kind of working some stuff out right now. I'm gonna pump out a whole bunch of content to this channel today, just like these 90-second updates. I think they're nice. From what I've been looking at my analytics, people that watch my stream on mobile devices have a tendency not to want to watch anything over 2 minutes. That's what I've seen, 2 minutes and like 28 seconds to be exact. So because of that, most of my videos on this channel are going to be very, very short, and that's fine by me. Now, on the flip side of that, I've also noticed that people that watch on computers and gaming systems or their TVs, they have an attention span of maybe more of like 10 to 15 minutes, so it's a vastly different span right there. So right now I'm going to be posting a lot of short-term videos, and for the more medium-term videos, I'm still going to post them on this channel and the other one, but they're probably not going to get as many views, even though I think there's more knowledge in those videos. So that's what I'm going to try doing for these next few weeks. But the thing of it is, guys, so this week, well, let's say for the next few weeks, I'm going to stream every day, every Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. So keep that in mind, because what happens here is YouTube will, how do I say this? They only allow me to notify you guys a few times a week about new videos. So it's like 3 notifications in 24 hours. Well, if I'm pumping out, my plan is to pump out 10 videos today, two streams, a few and a few 90-second updates for you guys. Well, YouTube is only going to notify you guys of those 3 videos. So it's going to be the 2 from earlier this morning that maybe you even got notified and maybe you didn't, and then the stream today. So you might not get any more notifications. I don't know exactly how it works, but some people don't get notifications about the stuff I put out here, and some people do. So keep an eye on it. But in case you guys don't see the streams, like you're not getting notified about the streams, just know that in the mornings I'm going to be live every single day at 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. Excuse me. As far as the night streams, I think I'm going to go with about 7 p.m. for the nightly streams. So I'm going to see how that works around, and then starting next Monday, I'll adjust them as needed. But I have no way of letting you guys know that my streams are going, because YouTube won't actually notify you guys, and they don't even notify many people about the regular videos I put out. So actually, let me see if I can find something for you as far as analytics can control. Let's see. You guys can see this is what I look at when my streams. You can see there's like 93 views in the last 60 minutes. That's not as what I want to see, but that's fine. But you see browse features is where the views are coming from. You don't even see notifications on here anymore. Let me go to the last 48 hours. So notifications are all the way at the bottom here at 3.4%. So because of that, I'm just gonna keep on pumping out content, and maybe it'll change eventually. But I have no idea what's going on with the with YouTube notifying you guys about what's going on. So and I've had a few of you guys message me saying, hey, I didn't get the notification you were live, and I haven't even been pumping out videos yet. So I'm gonna try to set a standard time to go from here, and I think that'll work out fine, I guess. But as far as notifications, YouTube hasn't like they won't help me. They have no idea what's going on. So I'm gonna see if there's something I can do about it. Let's see. Hey Brandon, hope you're having a very good day. Let's see. Hey Steve, 20% short interest or short Steve. Car rental, great earnings. Oh, that is interesting. I thought I heard something about the Hertz deal when it came to Tesla. Wasn't sure what was going on there. Oh, Elon Musk says Tesla hasn't signed deal with Hertz despite earlier announcement. Oh, okay, that explains it. I hope it's able to get fixed up there. All right, let's see. Hey Rizlo, good morning. Hey Sebastian, can Doge go to $10 already? Psh, we all wish. Let's see. How we're looking in crypto for the next couple of days? Right now, I'm pretty excited for it. Now, I'm not saying we're about to go boom and parabolic, but I do think in the next week or so, we are going to try to test out these all-time highs and then try to break through them. Maybe closer to the weekend or so. This is a 4-hour chart, so definitely a lot of 4 hours in a day. So I think we're pretty good. Here we go. This is the daily chart right here. Breaking out, finally, nice to see it. We need to continue this move up here. We're going to see how we attempt to break out here, but at this point in time, what I'm looking at is this trend line going up. That's what I'm looking at. If we're able to hold above this trend line, I think we have a nice chance of breaking out above 67,000 sometime this weekend or next week, maybe even sooner. But I don't want to just think it's going to go boom like that. I want to think it's going to grind a little bit, maybe tap, come back down, then try to do something special. So right now, Bitcoin is looking fairly nice, so I'm excited for it. There you go. After all these little breakout pains of waiting and waiting and waiting, and just so you guys know, it still hasn't closed above this trend line, so be careful with it. I mean, right now it's obviously popping like 64,000, so it looks pretty good, but we haven't closed above it just yet. All right, and meanwhile you're seeing a whole bunch of other altcoins take off as well. Ethereum's having a nice day, up 3.5%. STMX is up 4.5%. Nice breakout here as well. Nice easy buying opportunity, up a little bit. With a maximum profit of about 4.5% without leverage. Most people probably would have settled for about 2 to 3%, so that's a nice move right there. And then what else is moving? Oh, Bitcoin's having a nice little move here as well. Oh yeah. Okay, so it is having a little bit of bump. So we're seeing some good stuff today. Dogecoin is still grinding. I'm still being patient on it, as you guys know. It's holding and holding and holding. I just want to see it continue to hold. And SHIB is down about 5% today. There you go. Yeah, I told you guys it was due for some volatility one way or the other, and it looks like it's coming down here a little bit. So careful of SHIB, everybody. Still looks okay. You see how it's curling down right here on the 4-hour chart. Watch this 50 moving average. If it breaks down below that, things are going to get a little ugly for SHIB going forward. Mostly because it is pretty far away from its moving averages up here. So I'm going to take away that. This thing is lacking in volume. See how it's going down day by day by day. Even if it's just a little bit, it is going down. This needs a little bit more volume to pick it up. Otherwise, people are going to get tired of it. And when people get tired of something, they tend not to buy it, or they just tend to sell it and move on to something that's moving a little bit faster. So be careful of SHIB at this point in time. All right, let's go back to Ethereum for now. All right, make this go down a little bit here. Let's see. Hey, so baby Squid Game to the moon. Oh my gosh. Be careful for another rug pull. Let's see. Take a look at Link. Yeah, I can take a quick peek here. As far as Link's concerned, what's up 2%, nothing crazy. Let's go to the daily chart. I mean, it's still grinding up here, so it's still a decent opportunity to buy. I would say I'd want to buy again like somewhere around $30 to $29 range. Still, well, I guess what this is 29, so around the $30 range, $31 range, I'd be feel more comfortable buying this. But for now, I think this is still a good play. I'd rather be just holding it right now, not really buying it. But I think if Bitcoin takes a little bit of a breather here over the next few hours, you may find a good price under $32, which will be a decent decent buying opportunity there. But I think League is fine. It's still grinding up here. It did have a breakout just recently. I'm waiting for a nice move off of that breakout. So anywhere you buy right now is technically fine in my opinion. But once it gets up to $40, that's when I would easily start scaling out. Even up to $37, I would start scaling out from there. This is a short-term play, but a good one at that. If you want to hold longer, just hope it holds on to that trend line right there. Or more importantly, this trend line right here is the more important one. This is just a shorting opportunity. This is the one you really care about going forward. And let's see. Hey, so I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, my man. Long morning. I'm tired, but still a good day, I would have to say. AMC. Yeah, let me check it out. I have heard some buzz about it. What's AMC doing right now? Up 1.83. Hey, Brian. What does MOAS mean? Does that mean it's a crypto or something like that, or? Oh, mother of all short squeezes. Okay. Does AMC have a high short interest? Yeah, Big Five. Yeah, short interest. Yeah, root. Like I would expect something like Big Five to. That's something I would just buy a few shares of and see what happens, or a few options on it. That's what I'd be looking for. Big Five type stuff. AMC. Where's AMC along here on the high short interest chart? Okay, now let me go over here to AMC. Is it just? Oh, the market looks kind of bland today, but I guess it's testing at all-time highs. Has a short float of 20.56. That's still a good short interest here. I mean, I'm guessing you're going off of word of Wall Street bets or something similar to that, because so far the technicals, we just broke down here, right? Even though we tried to bounce back up. If you're going after off of speculative information from Wall Street bets and whatnot, you can still have a decent play here. I would say don't go big on it until something really starts to happen, though. That's just my opinion, especially because you do have earnings coming up pretty soon on November 8th. If those earnings are bad for whatever reason, it's going to be pretty easy for people during the post-hours market to drive this price down pretty darn fast, like down to $28, down to $24. So just be aware of that. I think for the most part, it'll try to hold, but what you're banking on is a whole bunch of good information coming through earnings. So, if you are buying this right now, you are hoping for an earnings play where something good happens in the earnings call. That gives bulls enough reason to just buy blindly, and that's where you're going to make your profits. So, you could either buy some shares of AMC, or you could try to just buy some options on it, like a few YOLO options way out of the money. Like I'm talking about like $80 out of the money. I don't know how much those would cost, but hey boy, having a good day. Good boy, good boy. Let me see here. I need to drink some tea as well. So let me go here to... Oh, those Apple calls are doing well. I told you guys about a few days ago as far as the flow. I think one of you guys bought them. AMC, here we go. Options. And now I would have these for November 12th expiration. You can buy $65 strike price calls for $45 a piece right now. That may be something pretty interesting. What I'll do is I'll buy 5 just to see what happens. I made a little bit of money yesterday, and my CVS call made me some money today, and I'm scaling back on some of the calls that aren't working out for me today as well. So let me go here. Let me type in AMC. Let's get to the options chain data. I'll go for November. Let's go for November. Yeah, let's go for November 12th. 65 $45 calls. Let's buy 10 for a total cost of $500. Oh, we can go a little bit more. 20. Yeah, 20. That's fine for $913. Okay. Now that's at 45. Match 43. Let's go up one. View. Okay, trade went through. So I'll keep track on those AMC calls for you. I mean, they're already down like 2.5%, but it's only 20 calls. So I think it's worth trying out if you think it's going to go to earnings play, but it's basically an earnings play. That's about it. So that's how I would look at it, but I wouldn't put much money into it. Right now, if you want to go with that high-end $65 strike price by the end of not this week, but next Friday, then it would cost about $45 per call. If you wanted to buy it for November 19th, which could also be something you look at, those calls are you can go up to $95 and pay 37 cents, so $37 for each call, which might not be a bad idea as well. Hold on a second here. Let me go here to AMC. Let's go for the November 19th. Let's go to the $95 strike price. I'll buy like 10 of those as well. That's $300. I'll do a fun little YOLO play. This is my YOLO play of the month. I usually do one. Paper trade, no. Let's see. Let's see. Definitely, okay, that's fine. There we go. Okay, hold on. I need to. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Okay. All right. Well, fine. But yeah, so I'll take a. I put like a $1,500 position on AMC just now. I took some profits off the table and I cut down on some of the losses I've been taking for my Duke Energy play. Let's see. But right now, it's totally AMC is 100% an earnings play at this moment in time. It's fun. It looks cool, but you know this is a YOLO play at this moment in time here. Now, I have not been keeping up with Wall Street bets, so I have no idea what they're trying to pump out here. But if there's some word on the street, it's worth a little bit of a YOLO gamble. I take about one every month. I think I've only won like 3 out of the last few that I've made though, so don't expect a lot of great things happen at that one. Let's see. Hey K-Pros, hope you're having a very, very good morning. Ameritrade has restricted card trading, no shorting, no spreads, no calls, puts, and margin requirement increased. Oh wow, really? So that must be something that's really getting pumped up today. Normally, TD Ameritrade doesn't like to do that type of stuff. That is surprising. AMC said October had the most people in theaters since February 2020. You know what? Maybe the forecast is going to look pretty good. If that happens, I'd be very excited to see where it wants to go from there. Oh, so I thought I heard running water, but then I realized it's just my dog drinking water out of his little bowl. Hey Melvin, what's the rumor that Kraken is going to PIST Shiba? Shiba? I don't know. Maybe post Shiba? I don't know. And may help it out, but right now SHIB needs more than just to be put on another exchange. It actually needs some volume, like some actual like rubber hitting the road type of stuff. Hey Brandon, thanks for the great info. Oh, no worries, my man. Happy to help you out. Right now, guys, this is what we're looking at as far as all the altcoins are considered. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. That'll give us a good idea of what's going on. This is Ethereum still riding up, doing just fine here. This is still a nice hold for me at the moment. Yeah, Ethereum is still pumping. I'm still happy to hold it at these levels. Matic forming a little bit of a flag here. Hopefully it's trying to curl back up here. I'm pretty excited to see where Matic wants to go over the next 2 days. I bought some Matic like 2 days ago, so like more up here. So I'm up a little bit, but not a lot. ADA still dipping down here. Up a little bit today, but this has to come back down eventually. I mean, this has to start popping back up eventually. It is pretty darn far away from its trend line here. That is true. But I'm hoping it doesn't have to come all the way back down here before it has a nice curl. For now, I'm just taking small positions in ADA waiting for altcoin season. XRP, grinding bit by bit. I'm not really buying much more of this until we get to all-time highs. One of my limit orders triggered under $1, so that was kind of nice. But besides that, I haven't bought any more here. BitTorrent, still moving up. Has broken out, and you can see it's actually grinding up here bit by bit. So let's use this for an example. It is on a nice little uptrend. I expect it to break down eventually, then try to continue chugging along. This usually doesn't do well for straight up uptrends like this. Ethereum Classic, still grinding. This is due for a pop. It just has not been doing anything, guys. Ethereum Classic has been so boring, kind of like SHIB was back in the day. It had a little bit of momentum back here, you know, when Bitcoin was booming. It's crashed back down. Hopefully it's able to kind of move back up over the next few weeks. This is still an okay price to be buying at. You're going to be waiting for this pop. If it does break out above the $60.43 again, you can definitely look at buying a position. I think it's still worth buying a position right now because I think it is due for a pop. It just has not moved, and since Bitcoin is fairly bullish at this moment in time, I think this is due for a pop. And I'm not going to say exactly this week, but then over the next few weeks for sure. XLM, ugly chart, still trying to break out here. Short-term breakout opportunity right there. So hopefully it's able to make a move. This is a pretty nice upswing. I want to see it continue. Litecoin, Litecoin is breaking out. Nice breakout, still chugging up here. There we go. So it has broken out. It is moving up higher. I would say you probably missed the boat on this one. You can try to buy in here if you want to, but have a pretty tight stop loss of around like $5 stop loss to protect yourself. And I think you guys will be fine if you wanted to try to play that one, but this one you got to be careful with. EOS grinding still. All my technicals is gone. You can see a line that was from here to here to here. It did have a breakout line from here to here to here. It did have a little bit of a breakout. Right now, this hasn't been too exciting for me. So I still hold some, but I'm not even thinking about buying anymore. If mine goes up, I'll be happy. STMX held support, still grinding. Had the breakout here, moving up higher. I like STMX at this moment in time. I'm happy I bought some a few days ago. I bought some here and I bought some here. I also bought some here and here. So I've been kind of accumulating this for a while, only because I sold most of my STMX right here. And before that, I sold most of my STMX right up here because it was just going freaking crazy. I think I sold it like right around here because I didn't think it was actually going to go that much further. So STMX right now, good. Volume's picking up. This is something that a hidden gem where you kind of have to be watching it 24/7 in order to make that quick buck. But if you do, it's worth it. Sol, I'm watching. I haven't bought any more of this. I still have my old position. I'm waiting for a breakout before I would really want to buy anymore. But at this moment in time, it still looks like a great play. So it's like Sol is a watch list play at this moment. FTM has broken out, still grinding a little bit here. I'm being patient with it, but this isn't something I really want to buy at the moment. I'm just holding what I already have. I ended up selling some of mine back over here, not at the high as I wanted to, but I'm close enough basically. And I'm looking to buy back in, but I'm kind of waiting a little bit more. My greed may hurt me because it may end up going up a little bit before that, but I'm willing to like lose out on some profits if it means I want to get a good price. So that's what I'm doing here. We just talked about SHIB. SHIB's coming down a little bit here, but it is trying to bounce off of the 50-day moving average, or excuse me, the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Nice, beautiful. SHIB needs to start doing something because this chart is looking uglier and uglier by the day, and that is not a good sign. You want to see volume start to pick back up again, and it's not happening. So yeah, hopefully SHIB can start to get a little bit of a rebound there. BSV had a shot of volume over the last few hours. I did notice this. I got a little alert on it. Not really much happening. I think BSV is something you would want to buy just because you saw this crazy volume come in, just as a volume play, and you guys could use either the support level at 162, the old one, or what you could do is you could just use the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. That is only going to be about a, what is that, like a 2% loss if it drops down below that. So with this huge amount of volume coming in, this could be an igniter candle that leads to something good. So right now I'm patiently waiting to see what happens. You can see the 5-minute chart right here. This is what it looks like. It didn't do much, but I think this is something big is happening right here, or something is going to happen here in the future. So patiently waiting for this one. Not many buying opportunities since this broke down right here. So BSV is probably something you want to have in your watch list, just in case it starts revving up again. You could even move the resistance that we're looking at now to 187. So you could expect something coming here pretty soon. DOT still moving up. I haven't bought any more, but I haven't sold any, so I'm kind of being patient with it. It's still grinding, so I'm still holding. The key breakout was way back over here. There was another breakout right down here, so you had ample time. Right now, small positions will do the trick. I wouldn't buy anything heavy because all the buying opportunities are way back down here on these multiple breakouts. Anything else? Link still grinding. Luna still moving up. That's fine. Anything? No, okay, that's about it. Okay. Sorry for that. Now, I'm going to do one thing here very fast. I'm going to make me a cup of tea as we kind of look at Dogecoin and watch Bitcoin continue to move up. I brought my tea leaves. I've been looking to make this tea since I started the stream, but I got stuck talking. Alright. I'm almost out of my Zongpa tea, whatever it's called. These little leaf things right here. One little sprinkle of Zongpa. And then also one little pinch of Moroccan mint will do the trick for tea today. Alright. I'll mix and mix. And I still have some boiling water over here. Let's see how hot it is. And yep, still steaming hot water. There we go. Perfect. There we are. Okay. Let's see. Hey Steve, did you know most SHIB supply has been burned? Ethereum's Vitalik donated a huge amount and burned the rest? Huh, that is interesting. I mean, that does help out SHIB. Hopefully it's just a dip and a rip then. That could be a good thing for SHIB as well. I mean, they needed to burn a lot of what they had. I wish Dogecoin would do some burning and get rid of some of their extra coins. Let's see. Hey Thomas, how long is this bull run going to last for a minute period of time? Oh, we have no idea. When shorts attack us, that's when we know. We were expecting shorts to take us down over the last few days because we were in this downtrend, but they let us go up even higher. And so because of that, I think the shorts are going to try to attack us when we either try to reach an all-time high again at 67,000, or if we break into the 70s, that's when they may try to short us back down pretty heavily. But for now, I mean, we're making some good money. Altcoins are looking pretty dandy at the moment, and everything is in a nice, strong uptrend. So it's really until the overall uptrend starts to take a hit, then I'm going to start getting worried for crypto. At this moment in time, though, we're still moving up pretty well, and there hasn't been too many hiccups. Hey, Ahmed, hope you're doing well, my man. KuCoin listed a new coin today called Dreams, and it's ripping hard. Ooh, KuCoin, the new coins that pop on KuCoin have a decent pop when they go over there. Not as much so on Coinbase or Robinhood and stuff like that. KuCoin has a lot of good new coins that when they pop, they really do pop. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, it's up 10,000%. Oh my gosh. I got it at 75 cents. It's almost $2. Hey, there you go, Ahmed. That's going to be some great profits right there. Let's see. Hey, Usman. Thoughts on Jasmine? I think it's fine to hold. Nothing really else at this moment in time. I'm not really day trading it. As far as Tesla, I would not be buying calls on Tesla right now. Not at all. They're very overpriced. And I mean, it's just run up too much. That's the point where you're getting greedy at right now. You could try to buy some, but man, just, don't buy more than one, I'd say, just because they're that expensive. Some of these calls cost over $1,000 just for one call. Yeah, I'd just be very careful with it. Maybe it's taking a breather today to go up back even more tomorrow. But Tesla's had a massive run, and I personally, it's just out of my risk portfolio. Like, it's too risky for me to want to hop into it. I have some shares, and I just started scaling out of my share position today. So, who knows how that's going to turn out. Hey, Ahmed, 100x long on Bitcoin, 61K, Mike. Ooh, there you go. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. See, look at what you're doing. Don't do that. Whatever you're doing. What do you call? No, but it's been a great day to watch all this breakout happen. Because for like the longest time, it looked like it wanted to break out, but we were just being patient for the whales to come in and push us up. And luckily they came in right on time, and Bitcoin's looking pretty good at the moment. I mean, so far that long has made you some really good profit, Ahmed. Really good profit. Hey, so yeah, I just ran over some TA, but I can do BitTorrent for you guys again. Let me see right here. Especially for members and mods. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Overall, this is a 4-hour chart. We're still in this uptrend here. We're looking fine at the moment. I expect us to probably test out this 200 again here, so I might take another bit of a dip if Bitcoin takes a little bit of a dip here. Oh, sorry, hold on. BitTorrent's right here. So I was talking about Dogecoin. Doop. Okay, there we go. Hoping to break out above resistance at the moment. That is going to be a little bit of a tough one to handle. I think just like STMX here, we are still looking okay. This is the uptrend you need to look at, though. This is why I was thinking it's going to come back down eventually. we are a little far away from it. I think we'll be fine for now, but over the next few weeks, we are going to be bouncing all around here. Short term, though, easy breakout opportunity, buy, sell. We're going to see how much more this wants to grind. And on the upside, this is what we're looking at. I think it's not going to hold this. I think it's easily just going to come back down and start waving. But you know, this is the trend line that we're looking at the moment. Volume is definitely picked up. I like what I'm seeing from it. But I still think BitTorrent is going to be grinding here until it gets some volume from the whales. And I mean the volume that makes this volume look very small, and then it'll get pumped up. I still want it to get above 0.005 easily by the next couple weeks here. So especially if Bitcoin goes to all-time highs again. So I'm still pretty excited about BitTorrent. But don't even though it's breaking out, a nice move could happen. But I'm thinking it's just going to keep on going sideways for the most part, and it's just breaking out of this overall downtrend that we've been on since September 2nd, which has definitely been a long, a long downtrend, right? 5. There we go. Bitcoin. This is gonna tick me off here. Hold on. Doge. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Hey, RD Loco, if you're talking about ADA, you got to be patient with it. I'm slowly accumulating a position. Anytime ADA goes like under $2, like what it's at now, $1.98, I usually buy a little bit of it. I bought some yesterday and I'm still holding on to it. I bought some a few days ago before that, still holding on to it. So I'm fine with where ADA is. I'm being patient on it, and I would only say take a small to medium sized position. Don't go heavy in it just yet. It can still keep on falling over the next few days. Why I bought some over the last few days though is because well, if you guys watching my videos, you guys know I've been loading up on altcoins here every time we've taken some big dips, because I thought Bitcoin was gonna have a nice little breakout here, and so far we are having a breakout. I'm hoping that over the next few days we're gonna see more altcoins take these nice little pops, because Bitcoin's at a pretty decent level here. Let's see. Thoughts on XM? Is that XM Radio? Nope. Qualtrics International. Huh. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Okay, so this is breaking out. This is in the technology services package software sector. I'm pretty sure software has been doing okay. The one thing I'll say is the market right now is technology is doing fine today. Okay, technology is doing good over the week. That's good. I would say this is still a good play. Just be careful of the overall market, because the overall market is starting to get a little overheated today. You can kind of see this right now. Dow's going up still. Nasdaq's kind of trickling sideways, and the S&P is arcing at the moment. So just be careful of that. If you do buy some of these, I would aim for maybe $50 strike price for not next Friday, but the Friday after that if you can. If you want to hold on a little bit longer, if you want to hold till next Friday, perfectly fine as well. Anywhere from like 50, I think $50 is a good target price, but 49 if you're aiming for next 49 or 48 if you're aiming for next Friday though, and you'll be in the money in a heartbeat, so it'll stop that theta drain if you wanted to continue holding on a little bit longer than that. As far as this is concerned though, it is pretty tight. It's not like it's having a robust breakout here. I would be more inclined to wait towards the end of the day. You got like 2 hours left, you know, maybe like an hour and 45 minutes, just to make sure this is actually breaking out. Because if it doesn't break out from here, I mean, you could, looking at the history, you could kind of easily just buy a put right here and make a good amount of money than for holding a 1 day put buy. 1 day put, take your profits, maybe at the 50-day moving average here, and then sell them, and then hopefully another opportunity here over the next few days. That's something good as well. And that's if it doesn't break out. Right now it is breaking out, but you know how it can turn on the last few minutes of the day. What I'm worrying about is, you see how the S&P 500 is arcing, and so is the Nasdaq. Well, the Nasdaq is just actually coming down in a downtrend. The Dow is slowed down, but not really breaking its overall uptrend here. You may see something towards the end of the day where the Dow or the Nasdaq or the S&P 500, they start to do those fast curl downs, which could definitely drop this down below that that trend line there. So for now, I would say keep an eye on it. I would buy closer to market close when you have an idea if it's actually going to hold or not, because this does look like a decent play. It looks like it had okay earnings here, and so I think it's fine that this thing would go up higher from here. And I don't think the calls are going to be too expensive here, so you could actually layer the calls if you wanted to and have multiple different strike expiration dates and strike prices here. So you could start buying some at $47 if you wanted to 50, maybe even buy one for December that's a $54 call. Maybe not that far, but you get my point. So you have an opportunity here to be a little bit more flexible than you might normally would have been. Here's that uptrend. Here's uptrend number 2. That's not uptrend number 2. There you go. So I think as long as it keeps on gliding above that, I think you're fine. Alright. Ooh, okay. I'm about to drink some tea, but I realized I didn't have breakfast. I gotta eat some lunch when I go out today. Get my dog some food. Let's see. Hey, Ahmed, yeah, Mike, holding it all the way to new all-time highs. Oh my gosh. Well, make sure to take some profit off eventually. Probably your initial investment, let the rest of it ride, but just make sure to be careful with that profit. But I mean, I'm kind of rooting for it at the same time to for it to hit all-time highs. I'm really excited for that to happen. I'm pretty impatient when it comes to Bitcoin at this moment in time. I'm thinking Burger King is going to be a crazy pump crypto partnership. That would be pretty interesting. I would love to see some of these fast food giants hop into crypto. I think it would help them out a lot, especially if they could buy crypto from, I mean, they can buy a McDouble from an app, right? I don't know. I think if I go to the app store here, I'm pretty sure all the major fast food chains, McDonald's, do they have apps? I'm pretty sure they all have apps because I see them all the time at the parking lot areas. Yeah. So they all have apps here. And so, you know, if they can just figure out a way to do a transaction with crypto through the app, oh boy, that'd be amazing. Now, it'd probably go through something like Coinbase, or it might go through another, like, you know, major player. But man, oh man, would that be crazy good news. And if it comes with a smaller exchange player, or maybe they build one up themselves, that'd be perfect. I mean, if I was to actually make a coin or a wallet, I think that'd be the goal, to work it out so I can do fast food payments with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. That would go sky high. But I have tons of $1 million ideas. I just never put them into action. So one of you guys start working on it. Cut me in for 5% for the thinker's fee, and we'll call it. We'll call it a day. Let's see. Any idea what will be the next meme coin after Doge and Shiba? Not really. I mean, I mostly buy these meme coins way before they pop, and I kind of just wait. I would say if you're looking for meme coins and you're kind of seeing what's the next one could be, I would head over to Reddit. It's kind of a black hole over there as far as they think a lot of coins are going to pop. But do some research and just pick one that you personally think is attractive, and you're just going to put it in there for a long-term hold. You could be waiting for 5 months to 5 years and see what happens with the money or the investment. Hedging site. Matic is fine. I'm kind of waiting for it to have a big boom sometime this week. I like it, but I haven't really been buying much of it. Let me see. So, 4-hour chart, right? I bought some way back here. I bought some way back here. I'm kind of just waiting to see what happens with it. But for the most part, I usually sell it pretty fast. So, I think it's looking fine. I'm waiting to see how it really responds to this 50 moving average. But I think this is still a good opportunity to buy some Matic if you guys wanted to. But it is like the worst performing coin on my watch list at the moment. So hopefully it picks up. Oh, actually that's Dogecoin right there. So Matic is still doing better than Dogecoin here. But at least, you know, so I'm waiting for Matic patiently. I still think it's fine to hold though. Let me see. Is anything popping right now? Oh, Sol is making a move here. We just talked about it a few minutes ago. So it is trying to come up here and break out this resistance. I will leave the 5 on for Sol. That's fine. So Sol's making a move. That's good to see. Hey Josh, I'm gonna take another look at Jasmine. Let's see. Yeah, it's still moving up. The same advice holds from yesterday. You can keep on holding if you're holding. Take a small position if you want to hop into it. 4-hour chart coming down a little bit. This is the time where you guys are probably going to want to start scaling out. Here's the 2-hour chart coming down a little bit. 1 hour, 45 minutes, holding the 20. Yeah, I would say this is a good opportunity to scale out here, because if it drops down below the 45-minute, 20 moving average here, it can definitely head down to like 22 cents and lower. So I would say right now it's still a good opportunity to start scaling out. I would say you're not really if you're looking for an opportunity to buy, this is it. But man, oh man, you know, don't go heavy in it. Same advice pretty much from yesterday, except for that new added downtrend in there. I would be scaling out at this point, or at least taking some profit off the table to make sure I locked in at least some profit, some gain out of this play, because it has been a nice one. Right, very, very nice play. This is a 2-hour chart, very, very nice. But, you know, we're getting to the point where this is like, you know, we had SHIB had this mini breakout as well, then it hit way up here. Now it's kind of going sideways for a little bit. You'll see this right here, Jasmine. Go over to SHIB. Smaller breakout. Now we're up here, and now we're going sideways. So it could be the start of a sideways movement here. And SHIB is also coming down here a little bit as well, which is nice to see. So hopefully SHIB can get its act together as well. Alright, back over to Sol now. Bolder of a line. Let's see. Hey Brandon, IGC kind of pumped. What is that? IGC. Nope, that's not it. I don't know what that is. IGC. Yeah, it's not popping up here, but maybe it'll pop up on something else. Okay, there we go for Sol. Hey Steve, we just talked about SHIB a little bit ago. Right now, SHIB is heading downwards. It's still a decent buying opportunity, but I would have somewhat of a 10% stop loss on SHIB at this moment in time, just because it's been looking weaker and weaker. What you're hoping for is for technically Bitcoin to drop, because it seems like when Bitcoin drops, SHIB actually has a little bit of a pump up there. I would be only taking a small position in SHIB at the moment. I sold 80% of my position towards the all-time highs, so I'm kind of just watching with a little bit of money left in it. It's okay. It's kind of going stagnant. It's kind of arcing down. So, you know, it's still an okay opportunity to buy, but you want to have a somewhat of a 10%, 5% stop loss just to protect you from becoming a bag holder on it right now, or a trailing stop loss if you bought it a long time ago. Hey Joshua, I bought it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't have to sell it all, but you can at least make sure your initial investment looks good. Just because if it starts getting boring and going sideways, then you know the trade is pretty much over. You want to move on. You put that money to something else where it could be making you even more money. But there's no rush to move money out of there. That's just kind of how I would play it, right? Let's see. Hey, no worries, K Perez. Have an awesome rest of your day. India Global Cannabis. Oh, okay. It's a stock. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a crypto coin. I was like, that is not a crypto. That is not a crypto coin. Hey Mike, what are some of the calls you are holding at the moment? Just the same. I sold some of my AEE off. I'm holding my CVS call still. I still hold a little bit of EIX. But the market is getting a little overheated at the moment, so I'm kind of being patient about these options I'm holding. One of the things I'm looking at, like if I go to my breakouts here. Let's see. Yeah, my CHPT took a big hit today. I don't know what. Oh no, was it earnings? No, it wasn't earnings. It just took a big hit off of the charge, the 200-day moving average. Kind of a bummer. I had sold some yesterday in anticipation for this. I told you guys that, but I was kind of hoping it'd blast through and I'd have a little more profit. So that was kind of a pain. I didn't think it was going to drop 6% today. Otherwise, I would have sold all my calls. But yeah, so I sold these yesterday and the day before. Anything else though? Really, Tesla's down a little bit as well. Not much, but down. CVS is still up a little bit from yesterday. I'm liking this. Duke is down a teeny bit. I sold some of my Duke here. I'm holding some for earnings. EIX is down a little bit as well. I told you guys I was scaling out of there. Well, I did scale a couple days ago. I still have 10 calls left. My big play at the moment still is CVS. CVS is my big play at the moment. Everything else is like scaled back down just because the market continues to hit all-time highs, and eventually when that happens, we take a big dip down, and it's kind of across the board type of theme. So not holding much besides CVS. I mean, I'm holding Redfin still. I'm still waiting for this one. This is going to be more of an earnings play right now. I'm waiting, but CVS is the big play right now. You can see that movement right there. I think the call is up. I don't know what is up. Positions. My CHPT, even though I sold the majority of it, it's oh yeah, I only have 10 calls left, don't I? The CHPT is up 40%, which is fine. EIX is up 305% since I bought it, but you know, I've scaled off most of my position now. And the CVS is up 155% so far since I bought it a few days ago. But this CVS call expires this Friday. So I'm only going to be, I'm selling, I have 100 calls. I'm going to sell 50 calls before close today. And then I'm going to leave the last 50 calls, because I would have made enough profit to justify doing this type of a crazy move. Then I'm going to hold on for the rest of the other 50 calls. I'll be a little bit more conservative. I'll sell 70 of my 100 calls, and I'm going to keep 30 overnight. So I'd be careful with CVS if you wanted to hop into it, because it does have earnings, and I'm scaling out because of those earnings at the moment. And plus, they're up 57.47%. That's more than enough for me right now. Those AMC calls I bought a little bit ago, they're already down about 9% on one and 3% on the other. So keeping an eye on those as well. Those are YOLO plays, of course, though, so I'm not too concerned. On one of those plays, I'm down $35. On the other play, I'm down $30. So it's not like I invested a large sum of capital into that one. But yeah, so CVS is the play I'm heaviest at the moment. Redfin as well, but I'm waiting for Redfin to have a pop, and I'm being very patient about that because those are November 19 calls. If it doesn't work out, I lose some money, but my charge point, my CVS, and my EIX calls have netted me a good profit, so I'm willing to take some of these extra risks. Normally I wouldn't, but I've been talking to Steve, and Steve has been trying to push himself to hold longer on some of his calls, so I'm trying to be more aggressive with some of mine just to see what happens, at least test them out. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin now, back over here to the 15. There we are. Let's see. Hey Steven, can we see Solana at $3? I think that's possible. Wait, what? Sol? Oh no. Sol's at 240. I don't know what. I think we're talking about something different here. Maybe you're talking about $300 or something like that. But there's a dot right there. Let's see. Hey Nisha, what Usman said? What did Usman say? Usman. I don't see. Oh no, I already answered that. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Hey, Fred, Dogecoin very lazy now. That is what Dogecoin does. It stays until it pops. You gotta watch it day by day in order to get a good move on it. Most people do, but it's just, or most people don't. Excuse me. But you just gotta be patient with it. If you're not patient, there's other plays out there. Like, trust me, you can be making money out there. And I just have some money parked in Dogecoin. I'm waiting for it to kind of blow up. I tend to like really want to buy when nobody else is thinking about it. And then when it goes up from there, I got my good average, and I'm just gonna sell at a high price, and I don't have to worry about all the crap of like trying to get more money out of it, if that makes sense. Any update on XRP? There's not much going on for it at the moment. I mean, it's up a little bit here just because of its rallying from yesterday. Nice little pop off on the 4 hour though. Still waiting, just still waiting for it to move up here a little bit more. I still think this is a decent price opportunity to buy it. I was able to get a bunch of it when it was under $1 though. I had a limit order placed down here. It caught. I didn't even realize I had it actually, so it was nice to see it was still there. I still think it's an okay time to buy, but you're just waiting for this overall breakout. That's what you're waiting for, and it's a little bit of a ways away. This is about like maybe a few days away, so this is not a bad time to start accumulating XRP if you wanted to. But if you're holding it, rest assured, I think it's going to go up even higher. I'm just waiting for this breakout opportunity sometime this week or next week. Okay, let's go back to Sol here. 5. I want to see if this is able to get punched back up here. There we go. Hey Tech. Hey Mike Hooper's hope all is well. What do you think about STMX coin? I think it's fine. I've been loading up on it actually. So if I pull it up right here, let me just pull up here instead of Bitcoin. Right? Oh, I guess my technical analysis is on over here. Hold on. Had this little bit of a breakout. I like where it's going. I think it has a price target right now of 0.036, which I think is pretty good. Now, that's not a huge movement. That's about a 7% gain, but I still think it's worth it. It bounced off of support beautifully. I like it a lot, but what I'm waiting for is one of these kind of wacky pumps out of nowhere, and that's usually when I like to sell, and I think one's going to come up here sometime next 2 weeks or so. But I think this is moving in the right direction, and I like this hold right now. I've been buying it up over the past few weeks. I told you guys I bought some here, and down here. I wish I would have put a limit order on it, but and that's because I sold all of it up here, and I sold again all of it up here. It has these random spikes, so I've just been kind of like, if it's going to present me with a great opportunity to sell, I'm just going to take it. So if the same thing happens again, I'm going to start scaling out at some crazy prices, and I'll be happy to scale out. I'm not going to really be holding for too long, but for now, it's a really good play. I like it. Since Bitcoin is getting to all-time highs and whatnot right now as well, I will probably only sell about 60% of my STMX if it has something, one of those parabolic pops. And then unless I see it crashing back down, I'm going to hold on to the rest of it to see if it goes up even further, just because we are getting closer and closer to this altcoin season. Back to Sol breaking out. But I like STMX quite a bit. I've been buying up some of it. It's been kind of fun the last few weeks to kind of see those big moves coming. And, you know, it's given me some nice profits back. Consider Doge as a hedge until it takes off, then levels. That's definitely a good way to think about it. Let's see. What about BitTorrent? Oh, we just talked about it a few minutes ago. It's doing fine. I'm just waiting for it. It's going to drop down, I think, a little bit more over the next few days because it's in a pretty steep uptrend. But I think BitTorrent's going to be just fine. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, TerraCap can help you out. Well, now we're just seeing Bitcoin take a little bit of a breather here. Volume is dying off, and I'm fine with that. I'm gonna take a sip of tea here though, very fast, guys. As this day goes on, everybody, though, I think we're looking at some. I think it'll be fun to see what type of altcoins are popping off, because you guys are telling me about a bunch happening right now. I think there's gonna be more as the evening progresses and a lot of people from America get off of work. Hey, Brandon. I traded my StormX 2 months ago for Polkadot. Both have been pretty good. I'm pretty sure Polkadot's been making you some good money as well. I think, what is it? Polkadot's been, dot. Why do I keep doing that? Hold on. There we go. Here's the day chart for dot. Dot has been looking very, very good. This has been better for a long-term holding opportunity. So like these breakouts that happened here, this breakout was about 27%. Right now it's up about 47. I bought some on this breakout. That's when I really started going heavy on dot. I also bought some on this breakout, and I bought some way back over here. Not down here, but like over here. So right now it is looking good. STMX I like because you see these random breakouts that it has. Like I buy them and I sell them like this, so that's 26% profit. STMX for the most part, the reason I buy a little bit more than dot is right now because of these movements. Like I bought STMX all throughout this level as well, but all my STMX that I bought like down here are like what, like under 2 cents. I sold it all up here for like 183% profit. I bought back a lot down here and down here and down here and up here, and so my average back then was like a little bit above, a little bit under 0.03, excuse me, and that profit right there was another 51%. I like accumulating this just because when it has these random parabolic pops, which it has a history of now, it's been kind of fun to watch take some easy profits off the table and like kind of rinse and repeat. So I'm hoping for something similar like to that happening now, and I'm waiting for like this breakout that we're having at this moment in time for STMX. I'm hoping we can go up a little bit higher from that as well. But both Polkadot and this have been great plays, and I think Polkadot has been a safer play if you're looking just to buy and hold for sure. STMX is a little volatile for sure. I want to extend the right line, have it go down. There we go. So you guys can see the ultimate breakout that we're looking at right here. Okay, and back over to Sol for the moment. Let's see if it's still trying to pump up here. 5 there, doom. There we go. Okay. So now you guys see why I'm bullish about STMX. Hopefully, Bitcoin holds up here. Let's see. ILV. What is ILV? You must be talking about a crypto then. It's moving up pretty nicely. You could still take a small position here if you wanted to, but for the most part, you miss the boat. I tend not to buy coins that are like very expensive. It's just something I don't do, and I'm not talking about market cap, but just pure dollar amount, because this usually scares a lot of people off. as far as the meme crowd. So you can definitely buy some here. Volume looks like it's increasing. You can try to catch the momentum and ride it as long as you want to. Just make sure you have a 10 to 15% trailing stop loss on this play if you wanted to hop in here, and it still seems like a decent opportunity to buy in. But have that 10 to 15% trailing stop loss and you should be fine. And as far as BitTorrent you're asking, this is the uptrend I was talking about. It's going to continue to follow the uptrend. I think it's going to break down though soon, and on that breakdown will be another opportunity to buy as it's playing around with the moving averages down here. Next few weeks though, since it is breaking out, I'm hoping it's going to reach 0.005 sometime in the next week or so. That's what I'm hoping for BitTorrent right now. Eventually hit back to all-time highs, but right now just want to see it test out this resistance up here. If that happens, that's when you can get really excited for BitTorrent. But I've been loading up on BitTorrent since a while, back when it was all the way up here, back when it was down here. I've been buying BitTorrent for quite a bit of time now. So I have about 8 million BitTorrent, I think. So, but it's a long 5-year plus hold for me. So this is one of my long-term plays. Okay, and SHIB is still coming down here as well, guys. So hopefully that's able to fix itself. Let me see what the auto looks like. Or excuse me, the 5-minute looks like. Yeah, it's starting to not look so good. You know, if volume picks up, it could have a nice little bounce. I don't think it's dead, but it definitely needs to start making a move here. Remember, this is on the clock right now. After we have a nice breakout, it consolidates, but after that consolidation, it's either going to have to move up or down, and it's getting closer and closer to making that choice. And at least at this moment in time, it looks like it wants to come down rather than bounce up for all-time highs again. Hopefully that's able to change. One thing that can help out SHIB here, guys, is a whale. But I mean, it has to be a whale at this point. So we'll have to. You're going to be patient with that. You're going to have to be very patient with SHIB if you guys are looking at it. Sol right here. And there you go. It did pump up a little bit there. So let me go. Oh. Do I have different resistance levels here? What is the resistance level for this one? 4 hour. One of these is exact and one is not. Yeah, okay, this one isn't exact. I eyeballed it. Hold on. 216. There we go. 5. Okay, there you go. So Sol is breaking out right now, or at least trying to. So that's good to see. That's why you have that volume candle right there. Okay, now go back over here to Bitcoin. Let's go back over to 15, and we can watch this kind of bounce off as well. Hey, Modern Prometheus, why is it that you don't want to hold at least 50% of your Doge position past $1? Any thoughts on one at this point, about 11? Thank you so much for the super chat, my man. It's just my personal way of trading. I like to take my profits early. I don't want to be the victim of a rug pull, not a rug pull, but I don't want to be the victim of somebody how do I say this? My only goal is to make profit. Do I leave loads of profit on the table? Yes, I do. But the way I've been able to become successful and do this as my career is by just taking profits as they come. And if I have a lot of profit, I mean, at some point I'm getting greedy. And while greed is good for an investor, too much greed has burned me more than I would like to say. Oh, I guess not. That's not really a lot, but when I was learning, it burned me a lot. And so ever since I've some bad experiences while learning how to trade and watching this stuff break down, especially in the crypto world, I just take my profits from now on. And at the end of the day, my account keeps on going up and up and up and up. For example, when it came to Dogecoin here in the last this last bone that it had, I was doing my live stream. I bought my Dogecoin at 0.0024. Okay, I sold half of my Dogecoin, half of it, when it hit 50 cents. And of course, we all know it ran up to 74 cents or so. But I sold half of mine at 50 cents because that was my plan. I usually have a pretty concrete plan of what I'm going to do when I buy an option, a stock, or a cryptocurrency. I have a plan in place, and I always follow that plan. I can adjust the plans as needed. I rarely do so unless something crazy has happened. And usually when it comes to crypto, that crazy thing that happens is either, it's usually, how do I say this, whales step into the market and give us a complete crazy boost. Then I might hold on a little bit longer. but for the most part, I sell when I plan on selling. I don't try to hold a little bit longer. And what is the long-term benefit of that? Well, the long-term benefit is I sold like 60,000 Doge coins that I bought at 0.024 cents, 0.0024 cents, excuse me, 0.0024 cents. Sold that at 50 cents, right? For an amazing profit, an amazing return. Now, what happened also? Dogecoin is currently sitting at 27 cents. Okay. Now, when I'm looking at that, I'm like, well, I just locked in a bunch of profit that would not have I would have lost if I would have continued holding on to Dogecoin. And what was I able to do with a lot of that Dogecoin profit? I was able to buy some Dogecoin as it came back down as well, so I can make more money on the run up. But what I'm looking to do is keep on making more and more money, because the more money I have, the more assets I can buy, whether that be more speculative assets, whether that could be more in the options market, the crypto markets, whatever. But it just frees up a lot of money. At the same time, I don't have to worry about a potential crash, because I've already locked in some of my profits. I mean, that's the gist of what I teach you guys here in a nutshell. I know I didn't articulate it very correctly, not very well, since I have bad ADHD, but that's the reason why I tend to sell off a little bit earlier. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna start selling my Dogecoin at 60 cents, then 70, then 80, then 90, and you're right, I won't have much by the time it's $1, but I will have locked in my profit with part of my average being back at that 0.0024 level, and the other part of my average would have been at the 18-cent level, which I bought a few months ago when Dogecoin was looking pretty dark and dim. And either way, if I'm selling at 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, $1, I would think those are very good trades regardless. And as long as I'm making a good trade that's bringing me profit, I don't need to make a bazillion dollars. I'm trying to make a bunch of small, medium trades that make me into a bazillionaire, not one or two big trades that make me into a bazillionaire, if that makes sense. So it's a weird way of thinking about it, but I think it's the best way for me to teach you guys, because as long as your portfolio is growing and you have that base understanding of how to just make money month after month after month, you guys can start experimenting on your own to see, hey, if I change up Michael's strategy a little bit more to more personalized for me, then I'll be making a little bit more money this way, this way, this way, this way. And as we kind of talk about all this type of stuff, you guys can also just ask me questions on my live stream and say, hey, I'm thinking about holding this play a little bit longer than normal. Hey, if only I would have done this. And then I'll kind of walk you through, like, well, maybe next time have a separate play, or better yet, just do a paper trading play and see what happens when you try out this new strategy. And you can see if it works. And if it works for you and your mindset, you can definitely continue to keep on holding and holding and holding. But yeah, I'm a very conservative, cautious trader. That doesn't mean I don't make profits, but it just means that I like to take my profits as they come. And sometimes I do hold on. You're going to see, try to go in the spiel, everybody, but this is the right one? Apple, yeah. So these were calls I got back in January for Apple, and they ended up going all the way up to like 900% by the time I sold it. And over time, I eventually scaled out of all of these plays. So, but these are the times when I hold on for a while. You can see how the profits really rack up on it. But at the end of the day, by the time I sold off my last like 50 Apple calls, the last 20 Apple calls, they were up almost 1,000%. But as it kept on going higher and higher and higher, I kept on locking in profits. This is the chart. This is the breakout that I played as far as Apple was concerned. As we're waiting for Sol to have another move here, AAPL. Apple's up right now. That's good. There was a lot of option flow data for Apple over the last few days, so I'm kind of hoping it can actually boom up a little bit more than this. So the Apple play that I bought was this easy one right here. This breakout right here. And it actually ticked me off a little bit, because you saw I would buy right here on the breakout. It had 3 stagnant days where I was losing money before Apple took off. But I held through all that pain. I think these calls were down like 20%. And you saw how much money I had invested in them. So I was losing quite a bit of money at first. And then you see this level of resistance right here. Right around here. Resistance. I ended up selling some of my Apple calls right here. This is when I first started to scale out of the position. And of course, I held on longer and longer, and I kept on making more money as they kind of went along. But you can see that some of these calls here for the Apple play, now you can see by the end I only had a few calls left, and then you can see the profits. Let's just go from here. This call expires July 16th, so I really had a time limit on these, and July 16th is right around here, right up here. So I was selling off knowing I had a time limit as well, and the same thing can be encrypted without the time limit. But I just like to take my profits as they come. It's helped me become more successful. And I think that's because when I first learned how to trade, I learned to day trade before I learned to swing trade. And so I was always afraid of losing my money, because if you're looking at something second by second, let me see if I can find something here. Oh no, let's go to Sol. If you're looking at something second by second or minute by minute, your anxiety is always kind of taking off, and you're just seeing all these candles kind of move like this. And I think this is the core of why I'm such a conservative trader, because I realized if I didn't lock in my profits while I had them, not with leverage, not with options or that, if I didn't lock them in when I had them, there was always a chance that somebody was going to try to short the heck out of the penny stock that I was trading, and I would lose whatever profit I had made. And then over time, I kept on more risk, hold it for a little bit longer. Then swing trading came along, and I was like, oh, I can hold this much longer. I can be much more safer with it. But at the end of the day, I still need to take those profits. So it's kind of a mix of how I learned how to trade, if that makes sense. But yeah, sorry for the lesson. I think it's important because I am not like most other YouTubers that kind of hold for the long haul. But sometimes I wonder how long YouTubers are really holding. Sometimes they say they're holding forever, but then you hear stuff like, oh, they've already sold off part of their position. I'm like, well, of course you can sell part of your position. That's the good thing to do. But then they lie to their audience about it. I'm just like, there's no reason to do it. I mean, okay, there is a reason to do it, get views, and people don't like you when you sell. I was called paper hands, weak, all types of random names when I sold my Dogecoin at 50 cents. But I had made incredible profits. It's just part of the game. Don't get suckered into what everybody else is thinking. And again, you don't have to hold Dogecoin until 60 cents, but it's just something that I'm going to start scaling at 60 cents just to make sure I'm locking in profits as it continues to go up. It's a weird process. Let's see. Hey, Oki, I think sand is fine. I would only start accumulating a small position here, but sand is fine in my opinion. It's had a nice little run. I'm going to let it breathe, though, over time. Let's see. Hey, Lewis, as far as Dogecoin is concerned, what we were just talking about, what you're going to be waiting for whales, this is still an okay accumulation zone for Dogecoin. If you guys are buying Dogecoin right now, don't buy in bulk. Buy a little bit here. Every few days, buy a little bit of Dogecoin. That's the way I do it. We can do it every day, whatever. But you don't want to be buying a bulk purchase of Dogecoin at this moment in time. Hey, Brandon, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it as well. Thank you again, Martin Prometheus, as well. Let's see. Hey, Pablo, free knowledge. Thanks, Mike. Oh, no worries, guys. Hey, Cat, thank you for your hard work. I appreciate it. And I heard one of those cat coins was going off so cat girl coins was going off too. Hopefully you guys made some money on that one. I didn't hop into it, but it was pretty interesting. Hey, Riz. Morning, Michael. If Bitcoin is going to go up to possibly 90K, why would one not want to buy right now? What if it doesn't dip? Oh, you can buy right now. It's not a bad opportunity. My thing is, the way I've been explaining over the last few days is here. If you guys watch some of my videos here, you guys will know throughout this whole downward trend process, I've been just taking small nibbles of a lot of these coins, which means a little nibble here, a little bit nibble here, a little bit nibble here, a little bit nibble here. And that overall, that kind of enters into more of a medium-term position. And so over the last week or so, I've been buying up altcoins in small amounts that are kind of equaling to be maybe a few $1,000s each in totality now. But yeah, this is still an okay time to be buying altcoins. My thing is, most people that I talk to here, they want to hold it for just like less than a few days. And I see it taking a little bit more than a few days for Bitcoin to have a big rally. So when I talk to you guys about potential small-term, short-term plays, it's usually because we're talking about something that's currently booming. Like, what was the last one we just talked about? Jasmine. This is happening now. There's no reason for me to tell you guys to really like a month out analysis on it because all the action is happening right now. Most of you guys that are buying this are looking to make money right away, hop on out and go to something else. But if you're looking right here, this is what it has to break above in order to start going pretty high again. Short term, you could have another breakup play if you wanted to, like something like this. But really, the big one right here, the big kahuna, this Jasmine needs to break out is above this level right here. This is a 5-minute chart, so you can see how it's been ripping up all day, stuff like this. But for the most part, yeah, you can continue to hold. But my thing is, like what I've been saying, I guess I've been saying this for a couple weeks now. Small little nugget buys are a lot easier to get into, and you don't. The one thing I like about it, if the price continues to go down and kind of wobbles, you're gonna have a decent buy-in price over time, and your average is gonna be okay. If you buy at a high point, then you're still gonna make money, but you won't make as much money, and you might feel a little bit more worried as you see that the average your losses start to mount up on any potential dip. What are we on, Jasmine? What's something that we've been watching here? BitTorrent. Okay, so over the past few days, let me go to the 30-minute chart. This is BitTorrent that we've been watching, and Bitcoin's been on for a while. So Bitcoin started this drop off right here, and you can see this huge drop that BitTorrent had. Well, I bought some down here. Well, just imagine I didn't really buy because I'm loaded on freaking BitTorrent, but I bought, imagine buying some right here, a little bit of nibble every single day, a little bit here, a little bit here. And although it would have been best to buy down here big bulk, most of the time it doesn't work out like that. Sometimes it works out like XRP, bounce around, and it's like more of a gradual upswing here. So you never know if it's going to continue to fall back down, and that's my safety net here basically for it. Most likely because what day did actually Bitcoin stop moving up? October 21st. Let's just go to Sol. Maybe this will work out. 4 hours. Yeah, October 21st. Right? Nibble, 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 nibble. You could keep on nibbling up here if you wanted to. Nibble, nibble, nibble. And now you're kind of just waiting out this channel. I just like to take these small positions here. Small positions, and then add it to be something more. But I just hate seeing a high average when it doesn't need to be high, when I can try to buy a little bit lower. But right now, yeah, it's definitely an okay time to be buying some of these altcoins here. Small quantities, though. Small quantities. And another reason, it does help protect you guys from some of these big players out there. When the whales come hopping in, yuck. Dogecoin had a little pop here a few minutes ago. That's interesting. It's easily died back down, but this is pretty interesting to see Dogecoin having a move. Yeah. Let's see. My dog is napping and having a little bit of a panic attack or something. Looping, I think it's fine as a long-term hold. It's more of a day trading thing for me right now. I wouldn't really be swinging it, but as far as day trading, I think it has opportunity there. Hey Christian, hey Mike, how does the Squid Game thing work? How can it go from 100 to 0 so fast? Market cap. One guy, I mean, like there are developers who own the majority of the coins, right? Most people are only trading a certain amount of the coins. Just like any corporation, most people that own a corporation, or the corporation in general, not every single share that belongs to the corporation is available to be traded. They do offerings. They offer shares to the market in order to make money. Same thing kind of happened here. There was a lot of people that had shares. Somebody sold off all their position, which was so many shares that it just practically dumped the whole thing. It just, the floor fell for money. It's like rug pulled basically, right? Just think about if Elon Musk sold all of his shares of Tesla within one day. Now he can't do that, but just imagine if he did all of his shares in one day. Think of what that would do to the Tesla price. Now amplify that by like a few thousand, because this guy probably had a lot more piece of the pie, and you just see how everything falls apart so fast. Hey Noah. Zillow calls. Let me take a peek. I haven't checked out Zillow in a minute here. I know housing has been slowing down, so I'm not entirely sure. It's down 11%. Bad earnings. Okay, so the earnings were today actually, so that explains it. Yeah, the housing market is not doing the best right now. It is at support at the moment. What I would say here, see, it's right support. If it breaks down below support, awesome, you can buy some puts. If you want to buy some calls, you can do that today. I would only buy a few and to see what happens on the support, because if it bounces off, you made a good profit on those calls, and if it keeps on going up, you can definitely double down. But be very cautious here because this is a pretty bad earnings report. Well, actually, let me double check this actually here. Hold on. I want to see that the earnings happened after hours. So it actually happens after market close. So the earnings haven't even come out yet. So this is anticipation for the bad earnings report because we know some of the housing numbers have not been the best over the past few months. You can buy a few calls. I'd probably say wait until morning unless they have some type of crazy numbers coming out. What I'll do here, I'm generous with my YOLO call plays right now. Hold on a second. I'm gonna buy like 2 calls of Zillow. Well, actually puts. I'll buy a call and a put. Hold on. So November 5th calls. 420. These are pretty pricey. 100, maybe $100 call. I don't like the prices of these calls or puts. Let's see, put. Let me see. Yeah, these puts are up like 400, it's like up to 1,200% in some cases off of this drop today. The calls are down like 60% today. So this is a pretty big discount. Here, hold on. Let's say I buy, these spreads are not good either. Let's say I buy 1 call, strike price of 92 at a price of around 246. I don't know if it's actually going to work. That's that bid. It should work now since it just moved down a penny. Okay, I bought 1 call. It's not hasn't. Oh, it just executed. Okay, and the other one I'll do is I'll buy a put for Zillow, and I'll have it be expiration this week because I don't want to literally hold on to it. What, $86? Let's go for something more like. Let's go aggressive. Let's go to 75. That's $1.25. It's like a $10 drop. I'll buy 2 calls for $251 ish. I'm gonna let me see the prices. Okay, open. Yeah, that'll work. I don't like the spreads on these, but I'm guaranteeing a lot of people lost money on these plays today, so they're just trying to get the best price out of it. Well, it's not executing. Let me see. Place. Pay a premium on it. Let's see if it executes. There you go. It's working. It's not even executing. I don't know if anybody's actually selling their puts. They probably want to make more money off of it. But we'll keep track of it. I'd really be wary about these earnings plays coming forward, though. Usually, I don't like to hold their earnings unless I feel confident about which way it's going to go. Right now, I'd say, if anything, this wants to come down. I mean, again, this thing is down 11.5%, and the earnings haven't even come out yet. So, that's not really, looking good for this play here. Back up to Doge. 1 minute. Okay. Doge could be getting some volatility here, which may be interesting. Hey, Jory, happy to see you back. Hope you're having a very, very good afternoon. Let's see. Hey, Charleston. When do you think Dogecoin will have a blast? Don't need to be precise, but personal thoughts. Sometime in the next few months, like next 3 months, I think Dogecoin's going to go to these all-time highs we've been talking about. But as far as getting some momentum, I think Dogecoin over the next few weeks is going to continue to grind on up here and get back above 30 cents and try to get up to 40 cents before the end of the month and at least tap on it. I'm not saying that it's going to hold the level or anything like that, but I do think Dogecoin is starting to get a little more bumps, starting to get a little more peaky eyes, like people looking like, ooh, what's going on over there? And I think that will lead to people just taking small positions in Dogecoin just in case it blows up later on, which I think it will. And I think that's going to be one of the catalysts that kind of drives it up towards 40 cents or so. Hey, Modern Prometheus, Squid Games appears to be a scam. Yeah, it was rug pulled. Yep, it was pretty much a scam. A lot of people lost a lot of money on that one. That's why I tell you guys, don't put a lot of money into those types of coins. Put if you're buying it when it's low, you can buy $50 to $200. But for these really big meme coins, you put a little bit of money there and you hope it makes you a lot of money. But if it does go away, if something bad happens to it, you've only lost a little bit of money, right? Let's see. Hey Jasmine, we just talked about the Jasmine coin a few minutes ago. If you just rewind, you'll see it right there. Let's see. Hey Steve, not calls for Zillow. They're in a world of hurt, having to sell billions worth of houses for a loss. Oh really? I did not know that. Well, I mean, I wanted to buy more puts than calls, so I knew the company was in bad straits, but I didn't know all that information. I was just going off of the overall market data. That is interesting to see. They were buying houses, renovating them to sell, but they bid off too much. Now they must sell 7,000 homes. Oh, snap. Yeah, that is a pain. That is really a pain right there. Well, we'll see what happens in the earnings market. We'll see what happens when the earnings come through. That's why I bought more puts. If anything, that one call is a hedge against the put, which I'm pretty excited for. I normally don't hedge my calls. I'm usually just like all in type of guy, but it is pretty. I want to see how this plays out. No worries, Jasmine. What do I think about BAKKT? I'm not even looking up on here. Let me see. It must be too new. Yeah, I can't find it on here. Futures, nothing. There's no data available at this moment in time. It needs a little bit more time to kind of pop off on the markets. But if it is this new, I would say put down $50, $100, $200. Don't put any more than that, and let it ride on for a little bit and see where it goes from here. If it's already started to boom, maybe just $50. Let's see. Hey Jay, I love you as much as I love Doge. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hey Steve, thoughts on Cisco, please, for breakout? Can't find any news why it's going up this much. CS. My eyesight is so bad. Cisco Systems, it's up 3.5%. It had to have some momentum to blast above this 50-day moving average. That's something here. As far as why the news is, though, let me go hopping over here to FinViz. Oh, okay. That's why it stopped pumping all of a sudden. Yeah. Small short float, no upgrades. Second, yeah. Cisco rival forecasts big revenue jump. So one of the rivals who's in the same sector has given a very generous guidance to itself. So people that also invest in that one are also invested in Cisco. So it seems like people are, if they're doing good, they must also be doing good over there, and that's why Cisco is getting a bump up today. I think that's the reason why. Now, let's see. A lot of shares sold over the last year or so. That's not really. This isn't anything out of the ordinary, so I don't see anything really bad out of that. It is trying to break out. It's a nice move. It is pretty cheap stock, so you could buy some $58 calls or $60 calls and hold on until next Friday if you wanted to and see if there's some momentum there. Again, just be careful of the overall markets and look to buy it towards the end of the day. And make sure it closes above the trend line, though. Make sure it closes above the trend line. Otherwise, you might want to wait till tomorrow. With this bullish move, normally does break out the following day, but I mean, not always. So, you just got to be careful with that. But if I was more risky, I'd take an entry position into this. But I took an entry position into Redfin and I lost some money. So, I'll have to see how that works out, right? There we go. But I think it looks fine. It hasn't broken out just yet. But I don't know, because I did it without going into the extended hours trading blocks. So maybe it has broken out, but I would check that out. Let's see. Hey Oki, is it okay to buy Doge? It's an okay time to start accumulating positions in Doge. So what I've been saying for the past few weeks is if you just buy a few $20 of Doge every few days, I think you'll have a decent position by the time it blows up. But or you could just spend like a couple $100 on Doge right now and forget about it and wait for it to pop up. Either one is fine. I'm just more of like I try to slowly work my way into some of these coins. Unless I'm looking to hold for like a long-term play, then I just kind of buy bulk. The price doesn't matter too much. But as far as what I'm looking at right now, you can definitely start buying into Dogecoin. You can do a big order if you want to. I just do smaller orders, but you can definitely do a big order if you wanted to at this point. The only reason I do the small orders is because sometimes it gives me the best moving average, or not moving average, it gives me the best average price. Especially if Doge likes to dip down after pop, I can, my average goes down and down and down. Cisco stock split? Oh, are they doing a stock split too? Hold on here. I hadn't seen any news on it, but it is interesting. I don't even forgot the ticker. It's fine. But yeah, it is pretty interesting to see all this news come from Cisco. I normally like Cisco. I didn't hear any of the news about this, but it's nice to see. Origin token. Let me see. I'll take a quick peek at it through here. Origin protocol. What's the actual ticker here? OGN. Origin protocol. I see 5, it's up 12%. It looks like it's dying back down, so this is the time to be taking some profit off the table. If you guys are looking to play with this a little bit more, you can start buying here for another leg up if it comes. Yeah. But I would say this is an okay time to start taking some profit off the table, since it's not reaching the same all-time high as it did maybe a few days ago. About a month ago, I guess you could say. No. Oh, yeah, just a few days ago, excuse me. Year to date, still moving up a little bit here. Yeah. I think it's fine. If you're looking for the swing trade, it's an okay time to buy. If you're looking for a long-term trade, it's still an opportunity to buy right now. But as far as if you bought a while ago and you're trying to capture some profits, this is where you're going to try to capture some of those profits and buy back down as it continues to go lower. Then you can try to ride it up towards the altcoin season wave here. So it's fine. It's up a lot. I usually sell at these points, take my profits, go home, look for another opportunity to buy back later on. It looks fine for now. What are you doing, Doug? What are you doing? What are you biting? I don't know. Alright. I think he's biting a wire, but I caught him. Alright. Well, we should be okay. Hey Tony, OCGN, I can take a peek at it very fast here. OGN. I mean, it has broken out, so that's nice to see. The right time to buy it would have been right here about $11.83. You can still hold on to it now, but it's starting to look a little bit weaker ahead of earnings. I would start to scale out of my position at this point. Maybe hold for one more day if you want to get a nice little pop out of it, or see if it has a nice little pop. But I'd be scaling at this point unless you're expecting some good earnings to come through. And for that, you just have to do some research on the sector itself. But right now, it still seems fine, but the earnings are going to come into play here, and that earnings could definitely drop it like a rock. So just be careful with that. And because it is a biotechnology company, they usually don't have the best of earnings, but hopefully they have some good results or something like that to help them out here. So that's what I would say for that one. All right, everybody. You guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys later on tonight, I believe. I got to go run some errands now. Go get my dog some more food here. And I will be putting out a few more videos here today about different breakouts, whether that be like a SHIB, where I think SHIB may be going, maybe one about ADA or something like that, to kind of keep you guys going. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys a little bit later tonight. Thanks again, guys.